My hair. Okay, good. All right, we're live. Hi, good afternoon. We've just gone live here at Upbeat Artworks. We are doing Studio Central's Friday art demonstration live from Upbeat Artworks. I know you're probably seeing that notification popping up on your phone, your tablet, your desktop. Click on that link and join us today as we do a little bit of fun and creative art here at the shop. So while people are seeing this notification, clicking in, I'll give just a little bit of background about who we are. If you're not familiar, we are Artbeat Studio. We are a not-for-profit registered charity, and we really believe in the healing power of art and providing studio space for artists and a creative community for people to work through any sort of mental illness and through any path to mental wellness. We really think that art and creativity and self-expression is a key in finding that sort of sense of fulfillment and that sense of grounding. So we are here continuing that by doing art demonstrations with you live today. So thank you if you are tuning in. Today we are, as I said, we are at Upbeat Artworks. So behind me you can see the shop. We have Rianne's in the background. Hey Rianne.
Hi.
So this is Upbeat Artworks. This is our social enterprise. So basically, this is the space where art from people who've gone through our studio program, we bring their art here and we sell on their behalf and we display it. So it's it's a platform to showcase artwork and a platform to empower artists and to feel really good and confident about their work. So we're thankful for the space here in Portage Place. If you haven't been here, we're up on the second floor, just past the Dollarama. You can't miss us. We also have an urban art center, Studio Central. That's located on the second floor as well, just past the Dollarama. And at Studio Central on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, and Friday, we do live art demonstrations. We provide supplies, tables, and an instructor every day at 2 o'clock to lead you through a variety of different mediums. So art is what we love, art is what we do. So even in this virtual format, we're still making art with you. So thank you for being here. So today we do have Kate. I'm gonna flip this around to introduce you, and she's gonna be doing some work with Fimo Clay. I think the description is creating displays with Fimo Clay. We had this conversation and we're gonna talk more about it, but I love the idea of art is creative expression. Art is representative of who someone is, but art and creativity can also create something that is functional. And when it's functional, that sort of adds another element to that creative process. So we'll talk more about sort of creating these displays with the Fimo Clay. So in the meantime, let me just flip this. Oh, I just feel like I said a mouthful, jeez. I feel like I said a mouthful there. Hi, Kate.
Hi, everyone.
How's it going?
It's all good. I'm hoping it all goes well. I'm relying on my creativity and common sense here. As I say, I'm not a clay person. I do not do that too often. So here I have ideas, lots of, more than 5 even. So anyway, I'm going to show my thinking and the way it actually incorporates into something I've never done before.
Cool.
Never tried. So we're going to actually have our first try.
Yeah, and I'm not experienced with Fimo Clay at all. Like I've never really worked too much with this medium, so this is pretty cool. I guess we made the Christmas ornaments. If you scroll through our videos, you can see we did Christmas ornaments in Fimo Clay. But
we made Christmas ornaments, and that was with Fimo Clay.
That was it, yeah. But this is different.
It's different.
This
yeah.
is different.
So this is the first time I ever tried to make something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I have all kind of ideas that I have in my head. They were never into any kind of medium yet. So the idea comes from necessity, and we were thinking about, okay, maybe we can make more card displays for the store And we got beautiful cards made by different artists, and some of them have art that artist produced with any kind of medium printed out. So this is a printed card.
Hold that up.
Usually they're here in a sleeve.
Nice.
So in the back you can see they come with envelopes. $5 a card, and some cards cost $3. The cards that Captain Sheldred brought cost $3, and there's no tax on anything here.
Nice.
So the cards can be either printed art cards or collage cards, which are very beautiful, or handmade cards that are just drawn or painted on a card, and they come with envelopes as well. So we have 3 types of cards this way, and we have card packs by artists who made a very interesting piece and decided to print it out in many copies. So one of the displays that we have in the store is something like this, and it's perfect because it's clear. So if you put a card in it, you can see the whole card, which we cannot make with clay, but we can use several ideas for it to be as visible as it could be.
Yeah.
Another display that we have here for cards and bigger art is something like this. And also I brought a display from home, which is not a card display, it's a rock display.
Oh, cute.
I bought from eBay. It's super cute.
Oh my god.
So for a card, it would be impossible to hold the card on this stand, so it will be like this. So it's for a rock, or for a card we would need to adjust this and just make it a bit different. So ideas I got are quite simple, but there is more than 5, as I say. So I will try to make as many as I can during the period of time we have here.
And this is, I think, just a great example of like being able to create displays like this in a variety of different styles. Like it's really, it's nice.
We'll make the store look nicer,
more
interesting for us, because we're here more than more people that come and visit, and we want to change things around and add something new and interesting for everyone.
And Lydia says, sending love your way, guys.
Awesome.
Love seeing all the different artists showing their talent. Thanks, Lydia. Yeah.
So what I got here is Fimo Clay and cookie cutters I brought from home, which might help to make the process faster. And also I got this cookie cutter. So we will work with cookie cutters and clay tools. Can be done with any type of clay that is not super breakable and not really, that depends. So it's not as stiff, it's a soft clay, but when it's baked, it's still not as solid as other types of clay. I'd say it's kind of lightweight clay or something.
The Fimo.
Yeah. So we would create something that would hold a card and a rock maybe, but it's not for purposes to hold something really heavy.
So this is, if you're familiar or not, this is like the brand that we're using, Fimo. I feel like Fimo is the most like notable or the most known clay brand. Like I feel like when I say Fimo, people are like, oh yeah, clay.
Yeah. So cookie cutters I got, just a little bit explanation about some of them because you might not know. So we got a Aleph and Bet, which are the first letter of Hebrew alphabet.
Ooh, nice.
And I got the Hanukkah here.
Nice.
And this is High.
Nice.
Which can be, this can be used all year, so that would be really nice to use for a Jewish themed card.
Yeah.
So not, this is Sevivon, Hanukkah.
Oh yeah.
And I got similar ones like a heart and a circle. This one is very handy.
Cool.
And one of my ideas was to actually make it and attach the things from inside of the circle, but I'll see how that goes. Then I got the flower and the bee that could be painted or printed on something.
Cute.
A house, Star of David.
Nice. I like the house.
Ornament that I if it breaks, but I don't really worry about this one, so it's for printing.
Yeah.
Also clay tools and a ruler. These are for smoothing up and attaching.
Okay.
And
Let's see. Let me see those tools.
yeah,
This is what we're gonna use for.
so this is basically this tool that is for smoothing up the edges and
You can see
stuff
that.
like that.
These are just like sort of plastic,
ones.
plastic and wood.
Also, what I brought from home are some tools used for carving, but we can use them for small operations.
Yeah.
These
For
are the two tools
details.
that I received with my Fimo kit in mixed media kit. So these two tools are my personal tools that we might not need to open because we have
Yeah,
these.
I'll show. This is a good. This is what when I've been shopping at Michael's or Artisan Emporium. This is a great example of the type of how that tool will look on the shelf. So screenshot this if you're looking for clay tools.
So this is the cookie cutter we use very often for making cookies and pastries. I will need to wash it really well after I got it.
Oh, neat. I guess you could like create some texture.
Yeah. So this is for the edges that are
Okay,
wavy
yeah.
edges. Yeah. And a simple plastic knife that I brought from home.
Boop.
Yeah. So
I
we
also
can
like-
share because I have only one.
As we're talking about this, I think it's good to note that, like, you notice that we're not just using clay specific tools. We're not going to a clay specialty shop for everything. We're using plastic knives, a cookie cutter. There's sort of a whole variety of, it's learning to play with the medium with what you have. Yeah.
And also we got these round sticks which we can wrap around if we need a spiral.
Yeah.
And also I brought these
Chopsticks.
square sticks from Magic Sushi.
Yeah. So like this is
So we
chopsticks.
can
We're gonna
use-
use. So if you don't have certain things, you can use chopsticks to help manipulate and work with the clay. That's really smart.
And for sure I got this. So we need the roller. So let's start. Some of these are not really relevant, but they could be done into different shapes too. So
Okay.
this is Christmas one, which it's a turkey. Stamped turkey and stamped clown.
Okay, I'm gonna.
But we also can play with them.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm gonna jump in here. So now we're just gonna see what we do.
all right. So we'll open the Fimo Clay.
And while we're doing this, if anyone has any questions at all, like feel free to throw them down into the comments. We may not answer right away, but we always check and like to follow up. So.
Okay, opening things is not my strong point. There, it does open easily. But there. So at first we definitely just make it into something that we can roll out.
Okay. So it's tough. It's definitely like it's soft, but it has a toughness to it. So that's how the clay, and you see Kate in the background working it. And it really,
So it needs to be softened to some point where it's workable.
yeah.
And I brought the baby wipes so we can wipe hands after operations to switch to other colors and stuff like that. But I'm just making a one color thing. It can be painted afterwards, after it's baked, or it could be baked and then painted and baked again if it's a glaze. Some animal paints are good for that, but I never tried doing that with this clay. And it's colorful and it's nice when it's done without any need to add glazes. Okay. So I just roll it out, but what I want to do, I don't want it too thin. Just want to have something like this so the shape I cut out will not be too thin or too thick so it holds as the base. So let's say I have this flower Let's try if that works, because not all of them are equal. So let's just press well enough because it's stiff enough. You want to remove all the clay from. You can just move it a little bit more and press a bit more. And remove all the excess clay. And then to press on it, we don't have
Hi,
to.
hey James.
How you doing?
Got the 2022 parking pass.
Oh, right on.
Whoever's using it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, have a
Perfect.
good one.
You too.
Alright.
Okay, so this is, now I'm gonna use something. So I can make whatever shape?
Yeah, any shape, and I'd say one of the small ones would work better. I'm just removing the sides now.
What's this called again? This is
It's Sevivon or Dreidel.
a dreidel. I think that's thin enough.
It should be, yeah. I would say yes, because I want to steady something.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I just push it back, push it out. Or I could push it through, that depends on what I want to do. Again, I'm not really, I could spread it this way here, or I could just manage it after it's taken off. And my nails are not helping. I got nails, they grew since the last time.
So mine is like right in there.
Oh yeah, cool. These cookie cutters are not the best, the small ones. So this is the most complicated case because this, the bigger it is, this is the best because it cuts really well.
Yeah.
So my nails didn't help at all. So I can use anything that can push it out. Any round something can be used here, like this. Yeah. So I can just cut excess, whatever is here. And I can cut it in half even to make two instead of one. So I can just take any regular tool like this and just simply cut it off.
Yeah, I'm just trimming off some of these. Trimming off some of these edges.
So it can be very accurate or it can be just very simple. And you can smoothen it up with a tool like this afterwards. So you cut off the everything like that looks really rough. And then you can smoothen everything.
Yeah.
So here's the base, and I can just take a knife or something, or something straight like a ruler. I don't know if the ruler will cut it though. So let's say a knife.
Yeah, the knife works. Or sometimes these seem like a little sharper.
I can try one side is sharper, but I'll try the knife
Yeah.
and see how that works. Or I can take one of the cutters that is straight like this one
And cut through it, yeah.
and cut through. I can try.
Hi.
It worked.
Nice.
Wow, my flower. So anyway, when we create two shapes,
Yeah.
if to cut with the other tool, it wouldn't do this. But my idea was to put just either two sides like this, or it could be cut like partially. So if it's cut partially, it's like this kind of card holder, right?
Mhm.
But what I wanted to do was to separate them further apart and make a base for them.
I also feel like the shape I picked is pretty good for the.
So this is something that will have some kind of a shape,
Yeah.
and the back will have a bigger one, and the front will have a smaller one. So this is basically the simplest idea ever. And then I just roll the bottom and make the bottom for it.
See, now I have this, but this could be like this.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So you can see with mine. So, but now I have to figure out how to
Attach it.
attach them. This would create this.
All right, so this could be something like very simple bottom, which we don't even have to cut. And on both sides, we just attach these flowers, and that would be a holder. So
Yeah,
basically,
100%.
doesn't have to be the exact shape too. Just kind of a flower, but I don't like this flower. I don't like it. So basically, the idea is visible.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I want to do is to use this cutter.
I think for me too, I really think it's important to clean up the edges as I'm doing this. Because when you bake clay, does it expand or does it contract?
It does not.
It
No,
just
not
stays
at
the
all.
same?
Yeah, it looks exactly the same, and until you touch it, it looks like if it's not dry enough or something, but then you touch it and it's dry.
Yeah.
So basically, we can make anything out of this.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I want to do, some people make a big round or something, and then make a hole with some kind of a tool like this,
Mm.
and then gonna extend it further away. So just, you can see, it could be a ruler several times. And it will be a holder if it's bigger,
Mhm.
but it's not what I'm making. Okay. I just want a nice base.
Gotcha, I think.
So something round and very simple, something like this. Okay. This kind of cookie cutter is the hardest to use. If you want a good cookie cutter, it's something like this. It has the ability to be pressed on.
Yeah, and it's sharp.
It's sharp and it's so these are the hardest to use with clay. All right.
Because is this, oh yeah.
Okay, so what I wanted to do, the first and the simplest idea I thought of would be to make a roll. A roll like this. It shouldn't be too thin, otherwise it won't stay. And then just take this. Okay, so I can cut two. cut with something sharp. Where was that tool that I was using, a sharp one?
This one.
Probably this works, yeah. So create one, two, three, four. Okay, so let's say I want two in the back and two in the front. One, two, just need to be round enough to look nicer. One, okay, that's a longer one. Two, and two on the other side. Okay, and then just making them look nicer. So this is the simplest idea for everyone. And let's see, it's not stabilized yet, but let's see. For a card, they should be bigger. So we need a bigger size, because the card will not stand on this. So this way we need a bigger size.
Well, for me, I'm kind of creating this type of display, but
Okay, let's see if this works anyhow. Where were these round sticks? So I can grab around and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are also these round, not round, square things in Dollarama that you can buy. They're kind of big. So this way we could just take something like that and put it on. It does not really hold well, so we will need to mold it the way it holds. And I see what holds, because the clay does not want ideas, it wants stability.
yeah, yes.
Right? So you see the ideas that seem to be really nice, they're nice if you stabilize it with materials you use. So the ideas are not worthless. So what I want to show is that you came up with an idea, right? And it looks good, but the clay doesn't hold it enough. The same way as the business cards do not build a house stable enough unless you put something on top of that. So glue, are we using glue? Yes. Are we using acrylic on top or materials that hold it together? So this is basically what it comes to. Oops.
So I do like the fact that this Fimo, it's in the stage where it's like very floppy right now.
Yeah.
So it's hard to gauge. Like, I think once this is solid, this will be
So how
great.
come clay becomes stable? Like this is basically what? Business cards. So if we put business cards together and expect them to be held the way they're just like that, they will not. This is why we use Mod Podge and acrylic, all kind of layers, sand, decorative sand I was using to make it look like this. So what happens to ideas that kind of do not work seemingly? They do not work, because what you visualize is the final product, not the way it's going, right? So I would think it works, right? Wrap it around, it just folds. So this way we can do it on a stick and bake it on a stick. but not a stick made with wood, because we usually take something like foil or ideas like that, wrap it around, put it in the oven, and then this way it holds around it, and then we take it off when it's baked and it holds. Okay, so what I'm making is something like that, but on a bigger scale. So I need thicker sticks, and I need, yeah, how come, like this one was not clay, the other house I made was clay. This one was paper and all kind of materials that I was strengthening the business with. So I'm making a bigger base.
Aw, Lydia says she has to go. Enjoying the live stream, but hope we both have a good day.
Alrighty.
Like.
Thank you. So we're making a bigger one. And this was too thin because we tried, right? So it's basically measuring, not measuring the exact something, but making it on a smaller scale looking, it does not work out, so we need to make it bigger. So I'm making a thicker something and see if that works. Okay. And what creative process is about. For many people, it's not giving up at one moment where people can give up because it doesn't work. And then it starts working and people start thinking, oh, these ideas were not good. Well, they're really good, but for another purpose. So it's first, let's say half or 1/3 of the ideas is something that goes other direction. It doesn't go to what you're doing even, but it goes towards projects that need strengthening. And when people know how to do that, it works out. Okay, so I want to make 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's see if that works out. 1. Flatter. Not everyone realizes, like, part of our thinking is not thinking about the recent project. Whatever comes up does not go to it. It goes to something different, and it usually, again, as I say, these are ideas that need this type of work that I did on this house. And it's not that type of work that is needed for clay particularly. And I'm figuring things on the way, but what I know for sure, that if it doesn't hold, I need to move to a different idea or to develop the idea I'm working on. How tall they should be to actually hold the card. So we can mold them differently, right? And we go into molding them taller maybe.
I like this idea, so we're creating this sort of little bit of a shelf like that.
Oh yeah. And we can just start smoothing it up and cutting out. So this is the base of the base. How do I connect it? Put it on and use this smoothing tool. And see if that works. And then when you mold right on top of it,
Hello.
it gives
Hi, what are
you
we making?
some kind of pressure to hold it on too.
Oh my god, Lydia joined. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Wow. Hi, Lydia. Bye, Lydia, if you're gone now. Hi, Kevin. Wow. What are we making?
Kevin.
No, I just saw Kevin was watching. What are you making?
We are making using Fimo Clay to create displays.
Ooh.
Sort of reconnecting with the idea of functionality and art.
Function.
So
Form
basically,
follows
I'm
function.
going through basic moves like smoothing up and getting from ideas that are in the head to something that is actually functional.
Wow, let's just do a zoom in here. Can
Let's
I zoom in?
see.
Oh, I zoomed in way too fast. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh.
And then we can attach to this and this. We can attach a lot to it, right?
There we go.
So this is my thinking goes.
The other thing too, like the clay feels floppy, so it's hard to gauge if the card will stay. But if you actually fold it like this,
Yeah, and then when you bake it
it
too,
turns hard.
it turns hard.
So
When
this
you
will not
bake it-
hold anything. So we need it higher.
Wow. Higher!
And then we can attach literally anything to this.
Yeah.
So we can go with
That's
different shapes and
cool.
see. Okay, let's see if that holds. No?
Well, once it's
But
once it's
hard,
dry.
It's hard, it
keeps
will,
popping in the back,
but
but if you
yeah.
like you just hold your hand behind it, I think. But
Yeah.
I think with this one is
Well,
like
but
5.
it's still not the perfect one.
I think the thing with this is the base isn't heavy, so what's
Yeah.
gonna happen is if you put cards in it, it's going to.
Oh yeah.
This one will be fine, I think.
Yeah, that one's very
Looks like
structural.
it will be, yeah.
I use this. What is this again?
It looks like a
It's
chair.
Bet,
Oh,
the second letter of Hebrew alphabet.
oh, cool. Looks like a little chair.
Okay, so we're coming from the point of view of, okay, we have common sense, we don't know how to do it well, so we'll try to put our ideas into something actually functional, which is not easy because we're not clay people, right? So I'm trying to create several ideas of how to deal with. So many people do not get the result they want at first, right?
Yeah.
So I have several ideas that I wanted to try and see how they work. So the simplest one is to take something like that, right?
Ooh, that's a good technique.
Yeah, so this is the simplest,
Book launch.
and this is following
So good.
this stand, right?
Oh, wait, bring it back.
A little bit, yeah.
I lost it.
So this is the stand. Like
Oh,
this.
okay, cool. That's a smart idea.
So this is basically what my thinking can imagine making.
Nice.
So this is just to make it more even.
I like the use of tools.
So I just showed the tools that I'm not really familiar with the way many people are like when they make a lot of clay stuff. So I know this smoothen up. So I'm just doing it simply, right?
Yeah.
So here, and let's see if that holds this size of a card.
Oh yeah, with your hand back there? Oh, for sure.
It will, right?
So, yeah.
So our task can be just to shape the edges, like shaping the edges. And I have this cookie cutter.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Maybe something like that.
Oh, textured.
Very simply.
Well,
Yeah.
if you,
But anyway,
Nice.
I'm doing it on a bigger scale. When I came up with the idea I like the most, I can take more clay and just create a bigger display.
Ooh.
So I'm going to make the, how do you call it?
Wow.
So I'm taking another color because I need more.
Ooh, that's a nice color.
So I'm
Yellow.
going to make marble first.
Oh, like marble, the two colors together?
Yeah.
Oh my
and
gosh.
then I can create the display.
Oh, do some marbling techniques. I'm a videographer now.
Ukrainian flag.
Oh, well, easy.
like 132.
Ooh. it, squeeze it.
Okay, so usually
How do we
to create a
marble?
marble,
You gotta grunt. First step of marble making.
Hi guys.
Bye, Ryan. See you.
hi.
First step, grunt. Second step, get the rolling pin.
So for this, I'm making a really thin something, rolling it out.
Oh, okay.
So I'm showing basics again. It's
Yeah.
just the basics of what people think about and what people should not get upset about. Because psychologically part of what we do while we do something new to us is not going to the project we are working on. Right? So here. what
That's
I'm
a
making
good
here is
method.
this.
Ooh. Let's- Oh!
There we go.
Everything jumped on the table. Oh, look at that though.
I like it.
Oh.
Love it.
I like the blending of the
roll it more
colors.
right here.
Yeah, connect it back up.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for voting. You too. See you on Monday.
Ooh, look at that blending.
That's awesome. So from here,
Yeah.
okay.
Coming for you, James, with the good voiceovers.
Where's that?
All
All right.
This is Marissa. Marissa has joined us today.
Oh, sorry.
She's the creative director at Studio Central.
Hi, I don't know if anyone knows me from Studio Central, but hi, I'm from Studio Central. You've seen me before. I've done a thing or two online. I'm the creative director from Studio Central, as James says. Did you see Kate's really good technique of slapping the clay? That was my
The slap. I love a good slap.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yes. How does it look like now?
Oh.
Cool.
Choo choo. No, that's a train. Now it looks like a small hot dog. What are you making? What are you making?
I love the blue and yellow. That's
I
very
just
neat.
create a marble effect.
Oh.
Just this for now.
That's right. It was like a very loose hot dog.
I'm making two.
I have added a new element.
Love it.
It's just I came in to watch Kate and now.
So
Oh.
I basically had to choose the ideas I had to come to one that I like.
Mm-hmm.
And then I take more clay and create a marble effect so the stand looks the way I want.
Nice.
Perfect.
Right?
Yeah, I love that. I love that effect.
I love the marble. Yeah.
Marble. I love marble.
Marble.
Marbles. I used to be obsessed with marbles when I was a kid.
Did you play marbles?
All the time.
Wow. Were you good at it? Oh,
No.
that's
I don't think I was playing right. Just like
that checks out.
control them, whatever.
I think that's how you play marble. We should play marbles sometime.
Should.
I don't know where you get marbles.
I don't think you can get marbles. Can you get them anymore?
I
Call
got
them Rama.
marbles at home. I never played with marbles.
There's a lot.
We want to play marbles.
Or maybe not anymore. Maybe not. Okay, so this is what I came with two colors. Came two. And let's see what I want to do with this. So this is the best cookie cutter ever.
Oh, where's the best cookie? Oh. It looks like a donut.
It's the best one.
It's a donut cutter.
It's actually, we use it as a cookie cutter because we take the center
Uh-huh.
out.
Oh.
I don't know if someone makes donuts with it.
Well, a donut cookie. A dookie. I love marbles. I love donuts. What else do you love, James? James loves writing notes down. James loves.
Okay, so
Ooh, look at that spiral. That is gorgeous. Hello. Zoom in real close to that. Wow. Very nice.
Mine's like,
It's like a seat.
gotta get in the oven.
Yeah. I zoomed in too close. I don't know how to get back now. Oh, there we go. I did it.
So my thing that it can be attached from the sides too or something, but I'm still thinking of what I want to do. I got this.
Ooh, that's cool.
Okay, I'm done playing now.
I can even this up.
Yours is like, I'm ready to hold your pictures. Mama, you need an oven here.
I know.
I just think.
You actually need to bake this clay so it hardens. We've said that a couple of times. But
Oh, like this.
yes.
Yeah.
Marissa works with clay. Show you a piece. So here's an example of hardened clay.
Wow.
So you can see this has been baked, so it really has, maybe get a little wave. Yeah, there you go. See? So our displays are going to eventually have this type of
Structure.
structure.
You sound just like an engineer. Nice.
Do I look like an engineer?
You certainly do.
Yes. You need
Okay,
conductor
so
hats.
this is
Oh, conductor hats.
something
Oh,
that
I
is
need to run back to
easy
the
to
studio.
make with
Okay,
clay.
bye.
Okay, so we went through several ideas, and I think that this is the simplest variant for me personally.
Well, maybe I'll make a circle one too.
This is
Because
very
then-
nice to use. Like the better the cutter is, the easier it is to use.
So yeah, here's a good example of like, I've made this, but now I'm realizing that it'd be nice if I had something similar to this because this is very sturdy. So I'm gonna redo this, but because it's clay,
Let's
watch,
Isn't it perfect?
that is perfect. So I'm gonna do the
It
same
holds. Yes, it does. Okay, so why do I need it like this? The center is out, so I can connect something to the center, or I
thing.
don't
No,
know
let's just
yet.
leave it open.
So-
I like that idea.
You know, the thing is that my basic idea is to make two of this, bake them the way they are, and then glue them onto a wooden something. And this way you don't have to deal with the bottom thing. But as long as we are playing here and just creating, we have ideas coming from and to,
Yeah.
deciding what we want to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can just bake it the way it is, like this, and then attach it.
So yeah, here we go. So you
this.
bake each piece separately.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, that's good to know.
so this is basically what I need to attach it to a cube or a wooden slice, and then it will be holding. So that's basically what we need. This one can be actually done into a display itself, like this. There we go. So that's what comes up from the materials we got. So this will hold too, just to even it up a little bit.
So there's options.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the simplest options I think are this,
Yeah.
this and this one. Like the cutting out and evening up the rolled ones is kinda, I don't say it's easy. So I try myself and I do not finish it, because to finish it there would be need to make it really, concentrating and effort making while we are basically developing ideas, and it's not the same task,
Yeah.
right? So I come up with something that is simple to everyone.
Yeah. It's pretty.
Yeah, so here, this one, just to even it up, because this is what I'm going with. All right.
Nice. And so now with mine, like I can actually create the same thing. So then we would have two sort of similar displays.
Mm-hmm. And do you want to make a marble effect? I have the yellow here,
Sure.
so you can.
Do I add to it?
Yeah.
How
So
much should I add?
what I do, I just put it all together.
Should I do the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole thing, and then I roll it out, create or you don't have to roll it out, but I create a long snake.
Okay.
I make a spiral and then roll it out and do it twice. So this is the way it usually is advised to
Okay.
make a marble effect. Yeah, so this is something we can do. And another idea was to just take one, or to just create one in the back, one in the front, and it holds already because it's a card.
Mm.
But to make a rock display, well, we could make something like this that is here. But it, again, I would bake it on the inside before attaching it. On the side maybe, so it won't fall and become uneven, because when it's uneven it doesn't hold the same way nicely. Oh, and what I wanted to try was
So I
this.
twist it like this?
No, just put it all together,
Like this?
make a snake, yeah.
And then just do this?
And yeah,
Cool.
and then roll it out, put it in
Okay, so it's all stuck together. Yeah.
yeah, so now we make like a spiral like this. So I have nails and they leave marks all over. And then you roll this piece out.
Oh, neat. Okay, so now I'm gonna roll this over, make the
And
marble.
you kind of repeat it twice, so the marbling effect is really there. Yeah.
Nice. I like how clay really seals together.
Mhm.
You know, like all of those marks, like the separation pieces from the yellow and the blue, like they just really blend together seamlessly.
Mm-hmm.
And then I roll this again.
Yeah. And same thing again, making a snake, making a spiral, and rolling it out.
Okay.
And this
So
way
make a
it's-
snake, make a spiral, roll it up.
Yeah. So basically, it's the simplest task. We went through the whole basics of clay molding, or how would we call it? So it just basic ideas that are not really related to what to the display itself, but related to
Yeah.
the feel of the material. And it looks like it's supposed to be very stable when it's, yeah, when it's dry completely.
Sweet.
Okay, so these ones, I just put them the way I'm going to fire them.
Okay.
And I'm going to glue them onto something. So this is,
What kind of glue would you use?
so the glue is probably crazy glue.
Okay.
And then I can put Mod Podge around to strengthen it. Or something that I can use resin, I can use Mod Podge, or whatever to make it attached really well. But usually it's Mod Podge and sealer on top, so it doesn't get sticky or anything. If I use resin, it's something that gets shiny, and I do not want the shiny effect on it. So, yeah. So if you are looking for a person who knows how to deal with clay, they would not look for something like this, because it's hard to deal with it and you need to trim it. But if you really like the shape, you'd go for it, right? But it's not what many people want. Many people who work with clay want something like that. and something like that. So that's the basic.
So this is cool. So now we have,
So in this case, I would mold it a little bit nicer on the side. Yeah, and then kind of come with, what I used this to go around,
ooh, yeah, nice.
this
Yeah.
round thing, so I kind
Like on
of,
the flat side?
no, like this.
Oh.
And then I kind of, it just makes a nicer line, that's it.
Smart.
Okay.
So I guess our next step after this is to bake these, but we don't have an oven.
So we need to bake them at home and then show the result.
Yeah, yeah.
Alrighty. This is done, and this is done.
So I guess we will end up baking these,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe next time we'll show our.
Yeah, we'll show what we
Results.
came up with. So I basically went and tried several things. Something worked out, something worked out for the project idea. So I chose 2 ideas that work the best with this clay. So these are the ideas. And then whatever is easier for you, it might not be the same thing that is easier for me. So creating something like that doesn't fall, and we need to keep it on, okay, let's say I want to use this, as it's marbled already. So I do want to create something like that, right? But will it actually hold? So if it's thick enough, it will. But if it's thinner, what I made at first, it won't. So something like that holds with this clay. Yeah. But it does not hold it super evenly. So if you want to create an actual really nice snake that holds, it's baking it together with foil, which I didn't take for one purpose, to not go to side projects, but to mention for someone who wants to do that.
Okay, I'll look at it looks.
We can create many things like this, and then combine them together. So instead of making 2 of the same set, we can make like 6 of them and just look whatever looks better together by size and by. Or I have a ring like that at home that can be attached to something to unfold. So if we make this stuff, we can make 2 of these and actually put them separately without attaching them. So let's say this and this, like that. So basically they can be just glued like that. And there you go.
Nice.
So that's, they don't have to have the base in. Just put them like this, but I would prefer having the base, because this way it's easier to relocate it from one place to another. And then this way, let's see.
Yeah, we'll be able to hold like a nice little stack of them in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you put some, they will be
Yeah.
looking good.
Cool.
That's what
Look at
we
that.
basically need, right?
That's beautiful.
So this is the idea that is the most steady, basically, this
Yeah.
one. When the clay is not fired. So most likely, I assume, it's my assumption that when it's fired, it's the steadiest, but hopefully.
Sweet.
So I'm just separating it into 4 pieces. I'm making 2 more. And then we have other colors there we can play with. So it's basically making something like that. Very simple and cute. And the base, as I say, it's easier to buy a wooden base and to glue it rather than making a clay base.
That's a really
For
good
myself,
idea.
because I'm not, again, clay people might disagree and they say it's easier to them, but not to me.
Yeah. Well, you could even like potentially like a wood base or even like a little ceramic tile.
Yeah.
Could you glue it to that?
Oh yeah, for sure. And there are planks in Dolorama that are like this. They're rectangular. Or you can buy cubes in Dollar Tree.
Okay, cute.
Oh, I'll show the cube that I used for, no, I actually don't want to bring, it has jewelry on it. Here, something like that, glue, put a card on.
Yeah. That's really
It's
good
the
too.
simplest. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it holds really well.
Yeah, nice. And if you had that on,
And
the nice thing
even-
about putting it onto a base is
Here.
you don't have to worry about like adding more clay to it. It just really can function really well.
So for a card that
Oh,
stands
that's so good.
this way, they need to be a bit closer like this.
Yeah.
This way it will stand evenly.
Yeah.
Here. So just put them closer a little bit and you get the standing display for a vertical card. So this is the distance I see as good.
So good. Yeah, I love that. Here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go close in.
So basically it's that simple.
Beautiful. Yeah. Well, I think I guess we're gonna keep working with some more clay, but this sort of really just shows exactly what we set out to do today, and that is working with clay. You know, a medium we're not too familiar with, but creating something that's functional, like a display for cards or pictures, or if you're at home, like sometimes you buy a print. And what do you do with a print? Sometimes you can't hang it on the wall. So what do? You could create this type of display and you could put your print in it. So you have art in art, art holding art.
Well, I really like the marble effect too. So if you
Yeah.
can do that, that's better than one color for
Yeah.
me. But
Oh, the marble effect's so
Yeah,
so
it's
nice. Okay, so I guess what we'll do, we'll keep working on this, but we will fire these because now what happens, the next step is you have to bake these. So let me just get a close up of that. Yeah, it looks really good, Kate.
And if you want to think of a rock display, it just needs to be a little bit like this way. It just needs to be smaller.
Yeah.
But when it's baked, it will hold a bigger size
Yeah.
rock too. But you will need to adjust it by, again, so what we did with cards, we measured, so how it stands, right? It will stand
Yeah.
with a stack, but not a vertical. It for horizontal, it will be better.
Nice. Yeah.
But if you want the vertical, it will be a bit different.
Cool.
So let's see.
Looks great.
And maximum, if it doesn't hold the way you want, put it just next to a wall.
Yeah.
Just put it near the wall and it will hold better. But yeah, that's why we're doing it in the display. It just looks better and it holds it.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Well,
All right. Well, let me just do. So we'll bring back the baked ones next week. So tune in next week. You'll be able to see the finished product of what we've been working on today. We'll be posting some pictures later as well, just some more progress pics of working with the clay and this really cool marbled effect. But I'm just gonna flip this and. So I just want to say thank you for joining us today and seeing this process of working with Fimo Clay to create a display. So whether that's for cards, whether that's in the shop, whether it's for you at home to create something to hold a print, these are just all really practical ways to use clay to create something that works for you. So you get that sort of, I love the idea of being creative and working with this medium and then being able to use it as something that you can put on display and like hold something up. So we're thankful to do this, and next week we'll have some of that finished product. But I'll just flip this around. So Kate, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching, and again, I tried to make it as simple as I could, but also inspirational. As you see in the beginning, there were adjustments from the idea to what we can do easier. So we found the easiest way for us.
Yeah.
Put some ideas aside for other projects, which is an unconscious something that we do. Not to forget that it's a very important part that we do not think about. And then we are moving to, we can do marble effects and actually place this on top right away. So I do not know if I want to look for a wooden plank or just make something like that. So this is most likely is what we're coming up later. It just does not fit in the workshop time. So you might see it later on.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Kate.
Thanks.
Have a great weekend, everyone.